Start this up. Now, guys, a lot has transpired over the past 24 hours, hasn't it? I know that obviously a lot of people are wondering about what happened with Mizkif and Esfond. As you guys know, these are both two of my friends, and they were suspended yesterday. I don't know if they've made it public how long they're suspended for or anything like that, so I'm not really gonna go ahead and go out there and say how long it is. But basically, they had like this. There was this person that they were interacting with at one of the what do you call it, a convention, and Mizkif said a few things that made this person uncomfortable, that this person did not like, and this person had their I guess like legal team or something like contact Twitch and get them both suspended. So that's basically what happened, right? And my opinion on this is that I think that was kind of dumb, right? It's like, I don't think Mizkif should have said those things. It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. Was it a joke? Yeah, but is it at somebody else's expense? Does it make him look bad? I don't know. But like, I mean, it was like this girl, right? And she was getting really up close. Like, I mean, whenever I watched the clip, it made me feel uncomfortable, right? With like how close and like how like sexual and like close that she was getting to him. Like, you just don't do that to like another person, you know? Like, normal people don't act that way, right? There's no way. Like, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is I'm not gonna show the clip or anything, obviously, but like, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna do it. If the genders were reversed, Mizkif would be permid, okay? Like, let's just be real. I mean, he would be permid if that happened, 100%. So I don't really. I think that it was obviously a mistake on Twitch's end. I don't think that they. I mean, the thing is, like with Mizkif, like if they want to suspend Mizkif because he's saying something that they don't like, okay, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, Squad W, my man. No, if they want to suspend somebody because they're saying something that, you know, can be deemed as offensive or sexist or degrading, okay, that's fine, right? But why they suspend Esfon? Like, what'd he do? He's just there. Like, what I mean, it's like guilt by association. Just because he's nearby, they're gonna suspend him too. It's insane to me. I think that it's very, very silly. But you know what? That's the world that we live in, unfortunately. Oh, let me summon this guy too. I forgot about him. Got suspended for saying really. Yeah, well, I mean, you can get suspended for saying idiots too, so you got to be careful out there nowadays. But I was on the podcast yesterday, right? And like everybody's talking about the you know, streamers rise up, streamers union, etc. There's not going to be a streamers union. Like I mean, I know like Hassan and like Train, like they're really in on this, okay? And I admire their enthusiasm and their optimism, but I'm not really an optimist. I never really have been. I always assume, like, so basically, it's like if ever there's like, you know how everybody thinks like robots are gonna make everybody's lives easier, right? Like, oh, well, we're gonna have automation, everything's gonna be easier. Well, I just think robots are gonna make it to where like people are basically slaves to people that own the robots, right? So like that's my line of thinking. You know, like, I don't ever think, oh yeah, it's gonna be great, we're gonna have robots wait. No, people are gonna be slaves to the robots, 100%. You know, that's all the way that I think, all right? And is that bad? Oh, everybody's inside, my bad. Okay, let me go ahead and start this up. Yeah, Skynet. So anyway, they're talking about like the streamer union and like all this other stuff. Now, my perspective on this is that here's why the streamer union like wouldn't work. Is because the problems that I think that we have as like, you know, like what do you even call, oh, it's on heroic. I'm so stupid, man. How am I so bad at this game? Anyway, so basically the problems that like we have as like, I don't know, do you want to call, all right, so so like what kind of a streamer am I? All right, like I don't, all right, I'm not a gameplay streamer. A lot of people don't like me, so I'm in my personality streamer. I don't know, right? I mean, I'm sometimes a YouTube streamer. Like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. You know, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, a dead game streamer. I think, you know what? That's probably the best that I can do. But here's the point. Yeah, reaction streamer, maybe that, okay? Yeah, react streamer. Okay, well then that's fine. The point that I'm trying to make is that, like, a lot of people don't have the same problems that, like, we have, right? There's a very small, like, community of streamers that have these problems, right? Of, like, you know, you know, saying things that are like racist or, you know, having racist communities, right? It's like you look at the people that are, you know, streaming Fortnite, and there's not really any racism in Fortnite. They don't even know what POG is. They type LOL into the chat, and that's what I do too, because I hate emotes. But, you know, generally, like, they don't know anything about Twitch. They're not part of the community. This is just like kind of, you know, just like casual people. And no, I'm serious. Am I wrong? I'm not. So my perspective on the whole situation is that I think that this is an overblown problem. I think that most streamers don't really care about this. And the only reason that we care about it is because we're all around other people that do care about it, right? But outside of like our little community of people that, you know, act stupid and everything, most other people don't really care. And I don't really think that's ever going to change. Because like a lot of people, you know, they don't like edgy humor. You know, they're not into that kind of stuff. And that's ultimately what Twitch is trying to go for, right? They don't want to have people that are like super edgy or anything like that. So that's New Year Libcuck. Well, if you think that I'm a Libcuck, then I know that you're a retard. Here's the way that I see it, okay? I just don't think it's going to happen, right? And I mean, at the end of the day, right, is that... Let me think of another way to explain it. So, if every single top streamer stopped streaming... Like, think about this. Who stopped streaming on Twitch and they went somewhere else and it was better? Right? Like, their channel grew, they did better. I don't know, like, if I think, yeah, like, nobody, right? I mean, Ice Poseidon did well for a while, but then that kind of wore thin too, because you don't really get that organic audience on the other websites, right? And, that's basically a Destiny did all right for a month. Well, that's because everybody knew that he was going to go back to Twitch too. So he had like his community intact. What I think happens to people whenever they get, you know, let's say they get banned on Twitch and then they go to another platform, their audience might follow them over to that other platform. But the thing is, what happens, and this is just like the way things go, is that you have your core audience of like people that watch you regularly, but also that changes. It's like it ebbs and flows. It goes up and it goes down. And so like somebody can be at like, let's say 5,000 consistent viewers for 3 years, but those 5,000 viewers are always different people, right? It's not like it's the same 5,000 people 3 years in a row. And what happens is whenever somebody goes to another platform, they're not able to replenish that audience. Right? It only really goes down because there's not like the same discoverability and expectations on these other websites. So I don't really think a streamer union is going to work. You know, that's the way that I look at it. Amazon is what gives Twitch the stranglehold. Well, that's right. Basically, here's what's happening. Twitch is buying a monopoly on streaming by having Amazon or Twitch Prime. Amazon is buying a monopoly on streaming by having Twitch Prime. Like, that's what's happening. Like, if I don't know how many of my subs are Twitch Prime subs, right? Whenever I start selling out again, which don't worry, guys, it's going to be really soon. It probably is going to be like 50%. Like 50% of my subs are probably going to be Twitch Prime. And so that's something that is unique to Twitch. So how many people are going to take like a 30% pay cut to go to another platform? It's very, very rare, and it's not going to happen. So basically Twitch is, and also, why would people just move over to another platform that doesn't have a large audience on it anyway, right? YouTube might have a lot of people that watch it. Like, there are a lot more people that go to YouTube than go to Twitch, but it still doesn't compare with like live streaming. People go to YouTube to watch cat videos and, you know, a bunch of other fucking stupid ass shit. They don't go on Twitch to watch like video game streams. And that's my opinion. More like 80%. I mean, for some people that stream, like XQC said that like his number was like 70% Twitch Prime subs, which was really surprising to me. I did not think it was that much, but I'm also like not really super surprised either. I mean, there you go. And so like, yeah, Twitch Prime is, they're basically buying a monopoly on the market. And because Amazon has so much money to put into the market, almost no streaming website can come out the gate and actually be able to compete with what Amazon can offer streamers through Twitch Prime, right? And also, of course, like they have a larger audience here on Twitch of people that are interested in watching live streaming. So I genuinely don't think that anything is going to change with like the way that Twitch does punishments or anything like that until Twitch has a competitor. I don't think that will ever happen. And every single time Twitch does have a competitor, right, there's two reasons why it's really hard for other websites to compete with Twitch. Number one is that all of the contracts for the people that are partners there are exclusivity contracts, which means that if they want to go and stream on another platform, that breaks their contract with Twitch. So they can only really stream on Twitch. That's one reason. The second reason, again, is that Twitch just has so much more monetization options that it just makes it a superior service for most streamers. So I really, like, as much as people can like cry and get mad about like these suspensions, I don't think they're gonna change. Right? It's just not going to. And like Twitch makes the suspensions because they don't want to lose money from sponsors. Like oftentimes it feels like the last priority is the streamers. And it's unfortunate, but there it is. You guys see what I'm saying? Let's say XQC has 10K subs. If Twitch Prime didn't exist, how many of the 7K do you think will sub regardless? That's, to me, it's a waste of time to even talk about that. Because it's a complete hypothetical. Like if you wanted to think of like a number, like, oh, how many is it? Like, I don't know, maybe like 10% of them. Like usually the people that, like whenever you go from charging people money for something to, giving people something for free to charging money for it, especially whenever you're not really increasing the service, you're probably not going to have a lot of people do it, okay? Like, that's just it. Yeah, I would say, like, a very, very few amount of people would do that. I don't think it's advantageous to talk about this in such a way. Giving up isn't something worth talking about. Doing something is? Well, I'm sorry, but I'd rather be realistic than live in a fantasy world, okay? I spend enough time every day living in a fantasy world already. I don't need to spend my real life doing it too, okay? Like, it's just the facts. And if people don't like that, yeah, it's fine. But that doesn't change it. Okay, like it's reality. Okay, like I mean, I've always been I've tried to be pragmatic. All right, and that's what I think is pragmatic. Like, and then also people thinking that here's the best part about it. Here's the best part about it. This is what I think is really funny, is that all of these people think that somehow these other websites like Mixer and stuff like that, hypothetically, would be more fair than Twitch. Mixer bans you if you call somebody a cam girl. Like, if anything, they're probably more strict than Twitch is. YouTube, think about all the people that just fucking get their channels deleted on YouTube. Yeah, so I never had a strike at all, and then I logged on today and my channel that my career's built on is just fucking deleted, so what happened? And then I emailed YouTube and they said, thanks for being a customer, and you know, they put me on hold for 4 hours and then the office is closed. Whenever I call back, you know, they couldn't do anything. You know, they're just fucked. So like everybody's assuming like, oh, these other websites are gonna do a better job. No, they're not. Like Twitch fucks up. Twitch fucks up sometimes, yeah. But I would say they probably fuck up less than other people. And yeah, maybe that's an unpopular opinion to have because, like, you know, people that, you know, got banned unfairly, it's just happened. And, you know, everybody wants to get out the pitchforks, etc. But let's be a little real. Let's just be real here, guys. I'm sorry, but that's the fucking facts. Yeah, you stream on Pornhub. I wonder how much money you're gonna make doing that. You know, because like obviously people stream. Like if you're gonna put 8 hours into something a day, you're either a fucking loser like me, and I did that on WoW for like 10 years, or that's your job, right? I mean, like you've got to do something. Like if you're doing something 10 hours a day, man, you better be making some fucking money out of it, right? Because if you're not, you're gonna be having a bad day. All right, it doesn't matter. The competition in itself is important. Well, they're not gonna have like Twitch is buying a monopoly. Like Amazon is buying a monopoly with the amount of incentivization Twitch Prime gives people. They're literally buying a monopoly. 100%. Yeah, oh, you're gonna compete with Amazon? No, you're not. Like, it's like the richest company in the world. They've got their fucking delivery drivers pissing in bottles because Jeff Bezos said, hey, dude, you gotta get that package there in 13 minutes or you're fucking fired, you know? And that is the, you know, late stage capitalism, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what the fuck you call it, because at the end of the day, I call it reality. and it might suck sometime. Is there anything else, Roy, for me to say about the whole Twitch situation? Like, I feel like I've pretty much said everything. They're buying a monopoly with Twitch Prime. There's never going to be any changes until there's competition. A streamer union's never going to happen because the problems that the streamers have are just perceptively very big deals, but in the greater scheme of streaming, they're actually not a big deal at all because most people just do things very milquetoast and they don't have these types of problems or communities. Let's see. Oh yeah, the girl probably should have gotten suspended for how she acted to Mizkif, I would say. And if Mizkif had acted that way to her, he'd be perma'd. Esfon shouldn't have been suspended at all because he literally did nothing. All right, that's basically it. I mean, I think we pretty much covered. Problem is that Twitch had a monopoly since very early on. The initial competitors were pretty much scammers. Hey, dude, that's the way it goes.